Hi, it's me, Jim, and I'm here at ISO-help.com World Headquarters with a rant about Delta Airlines and risk acceptance. This is a true story. I was on a Delta flight last fall from Charlotte, North Carolina to Spokane, Washington. There was one stop in Minneapolis, but there was a line of thunderstorms over the middle of the country, and they had to reroute the flight over Memphis to avoid it. The weather was perfect in both Charlotte and Minneapolis. But the plane didn't have enough fuel to do the extra distance because as part of their so-called operational excellence, that they put the minimum amount of fuel in these things because it costs them more money to fly around with extra fuel. All of these refueling decisions are made by some kind of computer algorithm that computes the amount of fuel they need to do the flying as long as everything goes according to the plan. But it doesn't always go according to the plan. So in essence, Delta is accepting risk. They accept the risk of a late flight if there are weather issues or some other unexpected thing that causes the plane to have to be delayed. They made a conscious management decision that possible customer inconvenience was less important than fuel efficiency. So here's what happened. Because of the refueling, the plane got to Minneapolis too late for me to make my last connection. I ended up stranded there at midnight. And they wouldn't unload my bag because it was a connection. And they didn't even offer me any kind of love because they declared the problem to be weather related rather than being related to risk assessment, which is what it clearly was. Now I, being a quality systems guy, million miler who spends about $50,000 a year on air travel, had a long conversation with a so-called customer service representative about this, and they very reluctantly did offer me some shut-up money, but it wasn't enough to cover my costs and certainly not enough to compensate me for my inconvenience in being screwed over by their planning and risk assessment algorithm. Now, we all know that the airlines are notorious for terrible service, just like the cell phone companies, because in their world, we need them and they don't need us. But just this week, I had a flight to Phoenix, and I made a conscious management decision not to take Delta. The airline I took was reasonably efficient, got me there in one piece, and in essence, Delta's management decision to run that plane low on fuel cost them someplace around $1,000 in lost revenue and lost customer experience. And we all know that for every one person that complains, 10 more are mad and just shut up. So the true cost of that was something like $10,000 and counting, because I might very well take that same airline when I have to go back out there in a month, and I'm just at the tip of the iceberg. So Delta Airlines, feel free to use this as an example of the true cost of conscious management policy to accept the risk of ticking off the passengers in your standard operating procedure. For more information on quality management systems, click my website at www.iso-help.com, and thanks for clicking.